Welcome to the Union Central System. My name is Paul. I'm 52 years old. First off, I'm not that great of a speaker. My father was supposed to do this narration, but he passed away January 24th of 2019. We've been working on the layout since 1995. In 2000, my son was born, so the layout sat abandoned from 2000 to 2010 basically. I was given the option to either work on it or tear it down. So we started working on it again. My father, his best friend Rick, and I get together almost every Sunday for a few hours to work on it. My dad was responsible for design, laying track, and cleaning it. His best friend Rick constructs most of the buildings and does the majority of the scenery. I do all the electrical, the mountains and rocks, some scenery, and some of the buildings that you will see. The layout is HO scale. The main space of the layout size is 28 feet by 14 feet with an additional space in the furnace room, which is L-shaped that measures about 2 feet by 10 feet and 4 feet by 12 feet. The main line is almost 200 feet long, and it takes a train approximately 8 minutes to complete the circuit when traveling at 23 miles per hour. While we want things to look realistic, no attempt was made to replicate a specific area or prototype. We use Code 83 Atlas track, and most of the turnouts are number 6s by Atlas. About 80% of the turnouts are controlled by tortoise switch machines, and we're happy to report that in 25 years we never had a tortoise switch machine fail. My father's only regret is that there are 2 spots on the layout where he had to use 22-inch radius curves. Everything else is 26 inches or larger. The layout is completely constructed on open L-girder benchwork, approximately 42 inches in height, with a half-inch plywood and Homosoap form the base. Originally, the layout was designed for DC wiring. After years of me lobbying for DCC, my dad finally gave in and we upgraded to a Digitrax system. So let's go see the layout. Over here we have the diesel facility, which is not really built yet. Needs some sanding racks and fuel racks, sanding towers, some yard tracks in the back. I don't know what I'm going to do with this pole. Should I paint it? I don't know. Any ideas? Then under here, we hide our track cleaner, or our wheel cleaner I should say. No, I can't get it back on there. There we go. Doing some welding. Then we come to the roundhouse. I guess this is where we're going to be parking all the steam now. It's a 10-stall roundhouse. 130-foot Walthers turntable. Let's see. And we come up the line. We got our speedometer here. This was my first attempt at building rocks, and it's okay, but the more you do, the better you get at it. I would like to redo it, but I just don't have the time. So it will stay as it is. And we have a highway over here. We have to get around this light. A White Castle and Little downtown area with the central station. The Ambassador Hotel. A dime store. Our passenger yard tracks. I'm doing this on my cell phone, so it's a little bit harder to maneuver because it kind of zooms in. So anyway, you go down this track. And it goes behind the Railway Express. Comes around, goes over the trestle. So we go over the trestle, and then you got to go through the mountainside. It goes around a curve down there at the end. Then there's some hidden track, and it comes out here, and it goes around under the trestle. We come to this little village here, I guess you would call it. We named it Tommywood after my father. And extra portals, we just use it for a tunnel for cars. We call this the division yard right up here. We haven't given this town a name. All these kits are Walther's kits. We have the train station here. We just need to put some people in here. It's a dead town. Then we have the bridge coming up. And here, eventually we'll put some skyscrapers up here and some other downtown buildings. Right now it's just a bunch of scenery stuff. And looking back at the division yard, you can see our tracks. And we come around. And we're back to the mountainside. We're on the lower line right now. And we come to our waterfall. And our river, we don't have a name for yet. Some people canoeing. Got a guy fishing here. Some more people fishing. And we go back under the trestle again. And then the other side of the trestle, we have the Acme Produce Company. Little hotel, little diner. Pacific Fruit Express, Heritage Furniture, the Weekly News, the biggest building on the layout, Jorman Industries, a manufacturing plant, Continental Machine Tool, Red Wing Milling. When we look back at the tracks, and here's the main line. Now our lights indicate which way a turnout's thrown, like 2448 Toyman's layout. And we come under the passenger station. And we're still under there. Got a train parked down there right now. And we come out over here. I don't know if you can see the telephone lines or not, but it's pretty cool. You can push them down and they don't break. And we come back around. And we end back up at the roundhouse. And then there's another track, goes through the wall, through a closet. Okay, this part's never been in any of my videos before. This is the furnace room. This is where that one track from the roundhouse that goes through the wall comes into. And there's the hole. Or the portal, whatever you want to call it. And this in here is a reverse loop. You have some tracks, everything is pretty much empty back here. Not sure what's going on with this track here. My dad laid this turnout. I don't know if this track is supposed to come and meet with this turnout here. I'm not sure. I didn't lay track. I didn't do the track planning. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Back here's more modern buildings, but the trailers I picked up at a train show for $1 a piece and I couldn't beat it, so I guess everything's not modern back here. We have the All City Storage Building, Amtrak Station, a coffee shop, Kentucky Fried Chicken, a 24-hour Quick Mart, a diner, a furniture store. I'm thinking about making this an oil change shop, a bank, a little hot dog stand. And there's some more trailers back there, more modern trailers. This hole was cut out in case there's a derailment. We can reach for it, but we never have really any derailments back here. So knock on wood. So I'm thinking about filling this hole in. I just don't have an idea what to put here. So the track comes back around. A few yard tracks in here. And that completes the reverse loop. And it goes back out to the roundhouse.